Welcome to the elhadadacademy.net Guide to Windows 7 Configuration. In this guide, we will perform a Windows 7 upgrade installation on a computer that is running Windows Vista with Service Pack 2. For this guide, the Windows 7 setup files are stored on a network share. We are working in a domain environment. First, we're going to go to the network share, and open the Windows 7 setup files. And we'll start setup. We're going to install. And we're going to choose to install updates first and integrate those into the installation. That way we have fewer to do afterward. We have to accept the license terms, and we want an upgrade installation. The setup program checks compatibility, and then it begins. From this point on, there's very little user interaction for some time, so we're going to skip ahead a little bit. Actually, quite a bit. There are a few reboots in between those steps. Now, we're going to set up Windows Update later. That's what I tend to do. And the time zone is still correct. Patience is a virtue when installing Windows. And now we're theoretically ready to log in. As you can see, however, there'll be a problem here. This is because the workstation's operating system has changed. So we're going to log in as a local administrator instead of as a domain administrator for the moment. In this case, by a username temp. There we go. Oops, wrong password. There we go. And what we're going to do is remove the workstation from the domain and then re-add it to the domain. Of course, there are a couple of reboots involved in that process. And the Microsoft .NET framework needs to be rebuilt. That takes a little bit of time, so we're going to skip that. And then there's a reboot. And we're logging in as the local administrator. Now, we'll go to System Properties and change settings. And we'll join the work group. We'll use the default name for now. And we have to give the domain administrator's account here to remove it from the computer from the domain. And now we need to restart. I'll skip ahead until it boots back up. And we're booting back up. Again as the local administrator. Now we're going to rejoin the computer to the domain. Same place, System Properties. Remember that when joining a domain, you don't need the top-level domain suffix. In fact, it generally doesn't work with it. There we go. We're in the domain again. And it's time for another reboot. Skip ahead a little bit. And we're ready to log on as the domain administrator again. So switch user. Type in the domain, type in the username, and the password. And we're in this time. It worked. Congratulations on upgrading Windows Vista to Windows 7. We're all set here.